Alright, how's it going, adventure fans? My name's David, and this is Down to Adventure. Got the turkey gobbling in the background. Sorry about that. But today we're going to be talking about pouring your own weights, homemade weights. There's a couple places you can find lead from. You can get it from tire shops, plumbers, roofers. Go to shooting ranges and sift out lead out of the berms from the back of where they shoot and use that lead. There's a couple different places you can get lead from, either free or for pretty cheap. So that's where you can get lead from. And then we're going to be talking about how to make a mold, homemade mold. I like pyramid sinkers, so that's what I'm making. And how to get them to be about the right size, right weight, and all that. So let's get into it. Let's go. Alright, so this is my basic setup. What you're going to need. You need like a saucepan or something to melt the lead in, some sort of heat source to heat it up. Something that you can pour your excess lead into for ingots, just in case you're not ready to pour it yet. Something to put your slag into, a spoon to scoop your slag off with. You don't need anything special for eyes for your leads. I just use some wire, thicker gauge wire that I had laying around, and then use a piece of fencing wire to hold the eyelets up. You just run it through the eyelet and then put it across your mold, and that holds it up. A pair of pliers to grab the weights because they'll be super hot, and then you need a piece of wood to make your mold in, or you can use a chunk of aluminum if you got it. And I am using a step drill bit to make the molds, and this is how the lead turns out. Okay, so it's pretty comparable to a pyramid weight. So just use a step bit, drill a hole into the piece of wood, and that makes your hole for the lead to come out of. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's melt this lead down and pour a couple weights. Alright, so after you get your lead melted down, you want to make sure that you're doing this in an outdoor area, because the fumes can be pretty toxic. So you want to make sure that you're in the outdoors so that you have the best chance of breathing some fresh air. And you want to take your spoon and you're going to scoop all this junk off of here. Clean up your lead a little bit. Okay, get your lead decently clean. And you're going to want to have a glove to hold the handle, because it gets pretty hot. And then you're going to pour your weights. And your little eyelets, they'll try and float up because they're lighter than the lead. And so you might have to pour a little bit and then let it set a little bit to hold the eyelet down. The eyelet does float up like this one did. Take your pliers. Get a hold of it. Stick it in there and hold it until the lead sets. Once the lead sets, it should stay there. Then let those cool for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you'll be able to pull them out. Alright, then after they've cooled down for a bit, 2 to 3 minutes, then you take your pliers, grab it by the eyelet, give it a little twisty twist, and bam, got you a nice lead weight. Be careful, they are still pretty hot. Set them off to the side to cool. And there you go. Alright y'all, that's how I make my homemade weights. Hope that helps you out. Hope that helps you do a little fishing on a budget. If you like this episode, would you please consider liking, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one.